Welcome everybody. We have the brand new Samsung Galaxy Note 7 in our hands. Finally a Note device for whole of Europe. Till now it was only available in the US, the Note 5 and the UK, for example. In Germany, France, Spain, Italy, or even my home country, Hungary, we only had the S6, S6 Edge Plus, S7, S7 Edge available. No Note device for 2 years. No new Note device at least. So Note 7 now for the whole world, coming out mid-August, and it's a beautiful device and brings a lot of awesome things that you have already seen on the S7 and S7 Edge, but now with even more great features like an iris scanner and the Type-C port on the bottom, which is quite great. And also it's great that Samsung is thinking about giving us also the micro USB adapter right away inside the box for using old connectors, old cables, if you are still using those. So it's easy to just take cable from your neighbor, from anybody else that can help you off with power if you should run low. But actually with a huge 3500 milliamps battery, that shouldn't happen too often, since it's only 100 milliamps less than the S7 Edge, and that brought me through a lot of days easily, or also sometimes 2 days. But let's see what the Note 7 will do to me in the next few months, when this will be probably my daily driver, since it's a beautiful device. So let's start with the design, which is quite new, since we have on the back and on the front now Gorilla Glass 5, which is not only better in scratch proofness, and obviously when you will drop the phone it doesn't break as quick as on the S7 Edge. You can see here what I did with this phone in a separate video of mine by accident. But now we have on both sides the same design, so it feels quite awesome, a little bit like the iPhone, because there's no edges almost here, but still obviously the volume rockers, for example, the same micro SD and SIM card slot on the top, and the secondary microphone, and on this side the on and off switch, and on the bottom again the Type-C connector, headset jack, microphone, speaker, and the Note stylus. Now the Note stylus, still the same kind of design you have seen with the Note 5. You can put it in any way, upside down or the right way around. Don't put it inside the wrong way. That is obviously something that you shouldn't do. A few people broke their Note 5s with it. And what you can also see is we have the memo screen now on. When the screen is off and you take out the pen, you can type anything you want. Like for example here, let's type UHD tech, and I can just draw arrow here, and you will see it on the next side also, since you can just continue your drawings here with maybe some formulas or anything that you want to do. And if you don't need that anymore, you can easily delete anything here that you drew by accident, and you can obviously delete that or use that on and just put the stylus, for example, away. So, but let's continue first with the back, where we have the same camera as on the S7 and S7 Edge, and it's the same for the front camera, except for a few tiny details I will tell you when we are on the front. Still also flashlight and the heart rate sensor are the same, and the design on the back also, except for the training, won't be of course on your device, since this is just a pre-production model that I have in my hands right now that will come out in a few weeks. So we have here 3 cameras. Actually, this is a standard 5 megapixel camera that you have seen on the Samsung S7, S7 Edge. Then we have a little infrared camera and a standard camera here for scanning your eyes, which is quite interesting to see when you check it out right here. If you want to unlock the device, you will see it asks for open your eyes fully, and I have to hold the device closer. Now we'll do that. I have to do that outside of the camera. It doesn't work that properly right now, since it's a pre-production device, but it will be a nice little helpful addition to the fingerprint scanner, which is obviously still built in here on the bottom, and you also still have your Android buttons here that you can also use with the stylus, where if I take out the stylus, you will see that the little stylus help will appear, that you have seen also in a lot of other Note devices. But one new feature is the translate feature, for example, which is quite nice. So I can translate, for example, from a whole lot of languages to a whole lot of other languages, like from Spanish to English, or even from Korean to English, and all kinds of other languages. Like for example, I did English to Hungarian before. I can demonstrate that again, for example, when I go to, oops, I didn't want to Google now, I wanted to go to Google Chrome, where I had just an article open here, where it was easy to just hover around the text or the something that you want to translate, and once you're hovering, you can see it translates by Google Now here easily that one word. It can't actually translate whole sentences this way. You have to use for that the Google Translate app. That's obviously also for free, and you can also just copy and paste it to that app, but that's one nice little addition. And as I mentioned before, you can still use here the stylus also outside of the screen. So the Marshmallow 6.0.1 design is a little bit different now to the previous Samsung Galaxy Premium devices, where you can see that we have now a few different fonts and icons and everything here on this new TouchWiz UI, but I will show you that in detail in a few days when I will get my final model of the Galaxy Note 7 in my hand, and also I will do a separate video of the brand new gear, because that's also improved. And also improved is actually the stylus, not only in the design but also in the tip, where we have just 0.7 millimeters now in thickness instead of 1.6 millimeters before, so it's even better to draw and do anything with this one when we want to do something precise on the screen. But usually I just leave it away and focus on doing my work with this beautiful phone. Especially shooting pictures is awesome. It's a selfie camera, 5 megapixels, as I said, can record almost 4K, and when we turn it around, the back camera again also quite beautiful, and you have all your nice little features here again in a new design, but more about that when it will come out as a final model in my hands. Until then, I just have a few comparisons in design with, for example, Samsung Galaxy S7, the Apple iPhone 6s Plus, and for example the latest Sony Xperia X on my YouTube channel, so definitely check those out. My name is Balazs, and we are almost finished here with the new Samsung Galaxy Note 7 in a quick hands-on video. Thank you much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Balazs, and this was the Galaxy S7 Edge just here at the end, compared to the Samsung Galaxy Note 7, which will come out for around $800 to $900 with 64 gigs of internal memory, and that's expandable. As I said on the top, there's no bigger or smaller version. You always have to get just a microSD card with it if you want more space, which is a lot cheaper than, for example, how Apple does it. Also we have 4 gigs of RAM here, still 8 cores, and all the same specs actually as you have seen with the Samsung Galaxy S7, but a few minor additions. As I said, iris scanner, pen, and obviously the Type-C and wireless charging, waterproofness, everything also in this device. So definitely a device that you can buy, will buy. I will buy it as my daily driver definitely for the next few months, till maybe a new S8 comes out or an even better iPhone 7 comes out. We will see that, and we will compare that obviously in my channel here, so don't forget to subscribe. My name is Balazs, thank you much for tuning in, and to see you around.